got a lot to talk about, okay? We have yet some more breaking news, okay, when it comes to this trade. Trades being on the move. People are getting traded in the WNBA right before the trade deadline. Okay, we got a lot to talk about before tonight's games. Today, guys, I want to talk about a little bit of breaking news. Brittney Sykes, guys, she is an all-star guard currently, or at least past since she was just on the Washington Mystics team. She has officially been traded to the Seattle Storm. Of course, this is a very interesting move, just like the other day, Dejanay Carrington, well, on Sunday rather. Dejanay Carrington, that was breaking news, okay? The Minnesota Lynx had asked for her, acquired her, snatched her right up out of the Dallas, Texas, okay, team, the Dallas Wings being. And, I'm thinking like that'll be the end of it, okay? We are seeing more players get moved around, okay, like pieces on the chessboard, except for my Chicago Sky. And, of course, you already know I got a rant about that. Now, please allow me to read to you a little article brought to you by Sports Illustrated. It is titled, "The Mystics Trade All-Star Guard Brittney Sykes to the Seattle Storm." The Washington Mystics have traded All-Star guard Brittney Sykes to the Seattle Storm, according to a report from ESPN's Alexa Philippopou. The Storm will send the Mystics veteran forward Alicia Clark and a 2026 first-round pick in exchange for Sykes. Again, guys, Alicia Clark just last season, she was with the Las Vegas Aces. Then she left the Aces for the Seattle Storm, and now she's leaving Seattle Storm for the Washington Mystics. It says the addition of Sykes is sure to bolster Seattle's chances of making the playoffs and contending. The Storm entered Tuesday at 16-13 on the season, and adding the 31-year-old Sykes, who was enjoying one of the best seasons of her career, will help Seattle on both ends of the floor. Sykes, who was a four-time All-Defensive Team selection, is averaging 15.4 points and 4.4 assists on 37.9% shooting. The 15.4 points per game mark is the second highest scoring average of Sky's 9-year career. And before I move on to my next topic, again, I've been meaning to talk about this since Saturday when it was like breaking news, so to speak. But of course, the Chicago Sky, I guess I can give Jeff and the entire front office some credit that yes, they did acquire Uzun. We waived Mariah Jefferson, even though she ain't the only one who needs to be waived, in my opinion. But again, it's like, people, this is what I'm talking about when I say, like, you got to start making, like, money moves, executive, ruthless, dictator type moves. People are saying that Cheryl Reeves of the Minnesota Lynx, they said this is the type of greed, the type of greediness that they speak about in the Bible, saying that Minnesota Lynx Cheryl Reeves, she wants that championship so badly. She was so greedy to go after Dejanay Carrington and give up both Carly Samuelson, Diamond Miller, and the 2027 overall second draft pick. And it was like, you know what? You can call her ruthless. You can call her whatever you want to call her. Just don't call her on speakerphone. I get it. She wants that championship. Last season in the 2024 semifinals and finals, well, rather the finals, when it was the New York Liberty versus the Minnesota Lynx, that was a very tough loss. She don't want to feel like that no more. Cheryl Reese has been voted the number one and the greatest coach in the WNBA several times for a reason. Okay, call her what you want. I don't care if it's greed. I'll be greedy too. I was like, she's not playing no games. And I just wish the Chicago Sky, again, I'm tired of the same tired tactics, the same tired lies at this point, and the same tired excuses. I don't care who's on a guaranteed contract, who the cap space. I don't take out a personal loan if you need to. We need to aggressively go after these people. You see the New York Liberty acquiring Emma Messiman. You see the the Washington Mystics trading away Brittney Sykes to acquire Alicia Clark, etc., etc. Everybody is like not only just making moves, they're getting really good pieces. That is something that the Chicago Sky has yet to do. Also, guys, let's talk about how last season, last year, like this is like late last August, I spoke about how, the rumors was brewing that the Connecticut Sun should be moved out of Connecticut. I spoke about how Alyssa Thomas complained about how, they had to split their gym arena, that gym court, basketball court at the Mohegan Sun Tribe Center. They had to divide it up for a 4-year-old's birthday party. Now, mind you, they are literally practicing for the playoffs, and they had to share their court at a time where it's like crucial. You don't never hear about no disrespectful stuff like this in the NBA. There has never been a time where the NBA players are practicing for the playoffs and they have to divide their court to practice, to share it with a 4-year-old who's having a birthday party on the other side. It's just absolutely nonsense. And I was like, you know what? They don't have the money. Again, I love that for the Native American peoples, the Native American tribe, that, the Connecticut Sun is the only large sports league, brand team, etc., that is owned by Native American, tribe people. Like that's why they call it the Mohegan Sun and Keesusk. That's the name of the Mohegan. I believe that's the language for the language for sun in Mohegan language. And Again, it's unfortunate, but at the same time, I've been saying this since last summer. I said, listen, move the Connecticut Sun out of the Uncasville, Connecticut area, put them in Boston. Allow them to be the little sister to the big brother being the Boston Celtics. Name them either the Boston Charms or the Boston Clovers. I even got a petition on it. I got like 7 signatures. Oh well, some people agree with me. They was like, yeah, name them either the Boston Charms or the Boston Clovers and get them up out of Uncasville, Connecticut. Well, apparently that's exactly what these owners are willing to do. But the WNBA, in some way, shape, or form, of course, they can't get out of their own way. They are trying to block the sale. Guys, please allow me to read you a little article by Massive.com. It is titled, Connecticut, the WNBA blocking Connecticut Sun's move to Boston would be a huge blunder. By Matt Vitor. It reads, is it possible the WNBA is this stupid? I like how his writing style is. This is how I would kick it off. Could the league really be short-sighted, petty, or greedy enough to block the Connecticut Sun relocating to Boston? Early on Saturday, news broke that the Mohegan Tribe had agreed to sell its WNBA team to Celtics minority owner Steve Pagliuca, who planned to relocate the team to Boston. That should have marked a great day for all involved. The league gets a terrific market, the tribe gets a lot of money, and Boston gets a team. But upon news that a well-liked owner wants to spend a record $325 million plus an additional $100 to build a practice facility to take over a franchise that no longer has the resources to compete in its current spot, the league yanked on the reins. It says, when asked for a comment, the WNBA could have said, while nothing is finalized, we're excited about what the bid says about interest in our great league, or simply say, it would be inappropriate to comment before things are more finalized. Instead, they told The Athletic, relocation decisions are made by the WNBA Board of Governors and not by individual teams. As part of our most recent expansion process, in which 3 new franchises were awarded to Cleveland, Detroit, and Philadelphia on June 30th, 2025, 9 additional cities also applied for WNBA teams and remain under active consideration. No groups from Boston applied for a team at that time, and those other cities remain under consideration based on the extensive work they did as part of the expansion process and currently have priority over Boston. Celtics prospective ownership has also reached out to the league office and asked that Boston receive strong consideration for a WNBA franchise at the appropriate time. And I get it. I understand that the WNBA is like, listen, we still the HBIC with the head in charge. Okay, y'all can say what y'all want to say. Y'all can like what y'all like, want what y'all want. We all want things. Okay, people in hell want ice cold water. But we ain't give y'all the green light, okay, to even begin the process to be moving the Connecticut Sun up out of Connecticut to Boston, okay? Because, again, right now we're trying to expand. We got 3 teams on the horizon. Again, Cleveland, Detroit, and Philadelphia. Now, where in the world is Houston, Texas to bring back the Houston Comets? I don't know, but they need to quit playing in our faces to bring back the Houston Comets, okay? That's what I'm really here for. But, again, it's like the WNBA, they have an issue with self-sabotagation, okay? They like to self-sabotage. And I don't like that because, again, I've been saying this since last year. It doesn't make sense. Like, some people want to say that, it's arguments all around. Some people say, like, Connecticut is, like, the headquarters. That's the capital of, like, women's basketball. And then other people say, like, it's Indianapolis, Indiana because of Fever, Caitlin Clark, etc. I can see, like, because, that UConn connection. Like, half the league, if you look at the current season in the 2025 WNBA, half the league came up under Gino Auriemma at UConn, the University of Connecticut. And, of course, in that same state, not too far away, you have the Connecticut Sun, a professional women's basketball team. That's like, they used to be that girl. Now they're ranked dead last. Again, it doesn't make sense for them to keep it in Connecticut. I hope the WNBA actually has some sense, use common knowledge and wisdom, okay, and listen to the fans, listen to me, and just allow the owners to sell it to somebody who's going to take care of these women, give them a practice facility. That's what they also are offering in the offer, and move them to use my names. Okay, just give me a little cut. Okay, I ain't asking for much, but Boston Charms or the Boston Clovers. Guys, comment down below your thoughts on all the trade deadlines, all the people who keep getting traded, all the players getting moved here and moved there, except for the Chicago Sky. And yes, sometimes, okay, Miss Uzun, Mariah Jefferson gone. Sometimes when we do acquire a new player, they low-key just be a bust. Okay, we had, what's the girl name? Marquisha Davis. She was a flash in the pan. She was here one day, gone the other. Grand opening, grand rising. She used to play for the New York Liberty. And then we got her for a 7-day hard contract. She ain't give us nothing. She ain't give us nothing. Miss Uzan, she ain't giving us nothing. Now look at Minnesota Lynx. Look at Miss Cheryl. Okay, she said, I call me what you want. I'll be a greedy heifer. I'm trying to get this championship. Jeff is like talking, he always talks about like not the past tense, but the present tense. Well, one day, someday, eventually we're going to rebuild. No, we ain't got time to be rebuilding. We need to get it into the playoffs now. We need to do something now. And of course, when it comes to the news that the Connecticut Sun wants to be moved to Boston, Massachusetts, and of course the WNBA being goofy and trying to block that, trying to flex, talking about ain't nobody decide about that. Right now we focus on our three expansive teams and cities. I get it, but it's like they can't keep shooting themselves in the foot like this. Guys, please comment down below your thoughts on the trade deadlines and the Connecticut Sun possibly moving to Boston, Massachusetts.